Hi Amy, Kelly here. I'm just going to go ahead and give you some feedback on your work, your design work that you submitted for week 2. Um, Sorry it's taking so long. There's like 30 plus kids in the class. It is gigantic and it was just impossible to do it all in the allotted timeline. So this is my solution. Okay, so the first thing I usually tell my students for this portion is any of the submissions that you make revisions on, feel free to just upload it into your final submission on the last week of class. Also, for most of the mock-up or most of the stuff that you do, you could also put it into mock-ups, meaning like stuff like this. This is an editorial spread. If you wanted to Google like editorial spread mock-up, you'll find all kinds of professional ways that it might look like an actual magazine spread physically opened up, or like if you have a logo, possibly putting it on things like a bag or a coffee cup, just to kind of give the designs themselves, help them live in like a 3D space. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. This again, this looks like an editorial spread. Sorry about the background noise. I live right off Turnpike, Florida Turnpike. Let's see what block printing. I would maybe, just for the sake of aesthetics, because now we're talking about portfolio here, if you can get rid of a paragraph or so, because no, to be completely honest, as a portfolio instructor, I'm skimming for typos. Like I don't read the article, so I'm looking for things more like positive and negative space. So if you could get rid of like a solid paragraph, then you can make your paragraphs thinner, so they could be a little bit thinner and have more space in between them, and that will really open up the layout, especially with that main background image that you have. And give yourself some negative space to really bring down some of these things up here, like your title being so tight to the little like the lines and everything up there. Like that would be the first place that I would go with this one. I've seen this before, the little guppies. Just thinking. I would say for just personally, I think you could possibly just simplify it down to like maybe 1 or 2 fish, because it's a lot for a logo design. Like you want your typography and your image in the typography to be weighted evenly. So when you have all these elements competing, like you have a lot of different fish, a lot of different elements. So you could even have like get rid of 2 fish, have these 2 fish into the neck, like left of it, put like little guppies, swim school with like really nice type next to it. Or even like you could do like this bubble thing, building off of like maybe coming, like if the text is here, you could do the bubble coming like behind the fish and then connecting to the bottom of the text, and it'll just be kind of like a bubble was behind the whole thing. Like that could be a way to revise that. And this could be applied to anything like a kickboard, those floaty things that kids wear. Like think of an application where it would make sense, and then you could toss the logo on it when it's done. All right, Daily Bugle, Killer Spider on the Loose. All right, so I'm familiar with the Bugle, Spider on the Loose. I think the illustration is probably yours, so that's pretty cool. I would take the underlines off, like Killer Spider on the Loose. Like if you take that off, it'll give the layout a little bit more negative space, and you could make the text a little bit tighter vertically just for that main headline. But if it is an actual ad, or not ad, if it's a magazine, you could also toss like a little barcode on it, just to kind of have it be mocked up like that. I'd scratch this part. I don't think you need 2 of almost the exact same layout, and this one is more successful than this one. I think you mentioned some of the stuff that you did for like the Nickelodeon stuff, so this is fun. Definitely keep the shirt and the mock-up. When you get to your portfolio work on the site, you could just take it off of the box lunch and, just have it be nice on the on the t-shirt, and I think that'll be like enough to just have it tagged with apparel design. Eliminate the past. This is really nice looking. See, for me, this could be like a beautiful poster If you wanted to take this whole thing and put it in a poster mock-up on like the side of a building or something like that, give it a place to basically live in 3D space, like that would look really nice. That's really cool too. All this stuff by hand. Yeah, that's super fun. See, this could be totally rad on like, I've seen the type piece a lot before, or done before. Throw this on like a black t-shirt on a model, and it would just be really nice looking, especially with the pink. And so for a lot of your fine arts pieces, if you wanted to just put it in some kind of sketchbook mock-up, or even like a artist watercolor type of thing, like I could see the texture through here, but just trying to think of a way that you could kind of keep it consistent to show your fine arts work, because I know that's definitely, you've mentioned it's your forte. Okay, thank you for your patience, and I'll see you online.